Hey everyone, this is Steve from PublishPress, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the PublishPress Blocks plugin, which is the best way to improve your WordPress blocks. And in particular, I'm going to be answering a question from a user. They wanted to restrict the number of blocks available when someone is writing a post. You can see on the screen in front of you here that only the paragraph, the heading, and the list block is available. This is for one user role. I'm using the author role at the moment. And this is possible with the PublishPress Blocks plugin. Now, most plugins you install will add new blocks, and the block list can get very long and very confusing. With the PublishPress Blocks plugin, you can make this list much shorter, more accurate, and more helpful. Let me just undo where I am right now. I'm testing an author role, and I'll go to the PublishPress Blocks plugin and show you how this is done. I'm using the PublishPress Blocks plugin and the block permissions feature here. And what I did was select the author role here. You can see that most of the blocks are disabled, and the only ones that have checks are paragraph, heading, and list. Those are the only ones that are enabled. So if you install WooCommerce, you install other plugins, you add more blocks, you can come here and disable these for the author as well. You can see there's probably 200 blocks in total based on the different plugins that are installed on this site. I've disabled all of them. Now, it may be I want to give the authors access to one or two more of these blocks. I probably don't want to give them code, details, they're not going to use that. Maybe a table, maybe some footnotes. But here, I've given them access to 7 blocks in total. Those are the settings for the author, and you can choose a different user role on your site in the top left corner up here, and you can quickly enable or disable all of the blocks. So if you do want to have a very clean appearance in the block editor for the editor, then you can click here to disable all the blocks, and then you can choose just 1, 2, 3, or maybe a few more options that the editor can use. Okay, I'm going to give the editor a few more block options rather than the very limited set for the author, but we've given them about 10 blocks there. I'm going to save these block permissions, and I'll go to the user role. I'm going to make one of these into an editor, and then using a feature in the PublishPress Capabilities plugin, I'm going to test this user by clicking this link. This is going to show me what the editor role looks like. I'm going to add a new post, and this is what they can see. So using the PublishPress Blocks plugin, you can pick and choose exactly what blocks are available to authors or editors or other user roles when they're writing content on your site. Now, please note, this is a little bit different from controlling access to the front end of your site, to controlling access about what blocks are visible on the front end of your site. That is also possible in the PublishPress Blocks plugin, but it's called block controls, and that's the subject of another video. Using block controls, you can decide what user roles can see a particular block. You can choose a schedule for particular blocks, and there's several other features such as showing blocks on different devices. But that is for the front end of the plugin. So if you do want to control access to blocks on your WordPress site, I highly recommend this PublishPress Blocks plugin. The block permissions feature controls who can add different blocks to posts when they're in your WordPress admin area, and the block controls feature can control who sees what blocks when they're visiting the front end of your site. All of these features are completely free to use. They're available in the PublishPress Blocks plugin. You can head over to wordpress.org, grab your free copy of the plugin today. It really is full of useful tools for the Gutenberg editor and is the best way to improve your WordPress blogs.